Today on Ballistic Burgers, I'm going to be making a Birria Burger. Let's get going. Not long ago, a viewer of mine sent me an email and requested that I use this product called Birria Bombs to create or put my spin on a birria taco on my Ballistic BBQ channel. Well, I did the video. It went live today. Basically what I did though is I utilized the Birria Bomb to make more or less a traditional birria taco. So on this channel, Ballistic Burgers, I'm going to be putting my twist on that Birria Bomb. I'm using the same birria that I used to make the tacos. And basically a Birria Bomb it's like a compressed ball of all the seasonings that you need to make a really good consommé for birria tacos or just birria. It's a stew. And I was very impressed with the birria that it produced. And of course we have a lot of leftovers, small family of 3. So I concocted this burger, and I even made a few little tweaks in my brain while I was prepping everything for this video. It's going to be good. Let's hit the flat top. So for this burger, I'm using a telera roll, which is sort of a rectangular shape, as you can see. So I need a rectangular shaped burger. Now this recipe is going to be a smash burger, but it's going to be a thick smash burger. This is 7 ounces of ground chuck 80/20. And as you can see, I formed it in kind of a rectangular shape like my telera roll. So I'm smashing this, but I want it to hopefully stay kind of in this shape. So I'm running my flat top at a medium high, and there's no oil on this. I want this ball, so to speak, to stick to the flat top. This will help us when we're lifting the spatula off from the smash, and I won't be leaving the parchment paper on. So lay that down. Going to give it a little bit of a push, get some more surface area going, and I'm just going to let it sit here a bit to make sure that it bonds to the flat top. And that's a good tip, even with the balls. It'll help prevent this from lifting up off when I remove the spatula. But even if it does lift, it's not that big of a deal. You can fix it while it's on the flat top. All right, so now I'm going to smash. And again, I'm going for a thicker patty here. Going to leave it. You want it at least a good 10 seconds of pressing. And then we're going to twist, rotate this, and slide it off. There you go. Did not lift off the griddle. Just season it with some adobo seasoning. Now right here, I'm going to lay down some beef tallow. And right here I have that consommé, the broth. I'm getting some tallow melted onto the flat top here. I'm going to take some of that broth, some of that consommé. The burger sponge down, the telera rolls down. That looks good, wow. There we go. And now we're going to flip this, and I can already tell we have an amazing crust here because it's nice and stuck. Nice. Now I'm going to take some of this broth. With some freshly grated Oaxaca cheese. This is some of that chuck that was in the consommé broth that I minced up very finely, and this is so tender. I'm going to sprinkle that into the cheese here. This is a beautiful salsa. It's got some kick to it. Got some roasted jalapeno in here. Drizzle that in there. A little water. Nice. Beautiful. And I'm going to finish this with just some nice finely minced cilantro and onion. Everything's very finely minced. And I know there are a few folks that do not like cilantro. Don't use it. You can use something else or just put a little onion on there. And crown, look at that. Beautiful. Nice. All right, I have the bowl of consomme right here to dip this sandwich in. First, I want to take a look at the inside. So Oaxaca cheese, it's one of my all-time favorite cheeses, and it's basically Mexico's version of mozzarella, and it melts just really, really good. Makes the best quesadillas. And these are telera rolls from a Mexican bakery, freshly baked yesterday, in the evening, picked them up last night. Look at that. It smells so good. Let's go ahead and dip this. So fatty, it's coating my lips. Nice little bit of heat. Doesn't need the consomme to make this a really good burger. This just makes it a better burger, makes it a great burger. This is good. Broth is hot. That's a nice looking bite right there. The bun, this telera roll, was a wonderful call. I'm really glad I did it because I almost didn't. It's so soft, and these are baked, the old-fashioned way. I think they're even using pork lard in them. It's not a roll you can buy and unlike store-bought, commercially produced hamburger buns that somehow manage to last 2 weeks in a bag, these things last a few days and then they're done. I'm really happy with the way this patty turned out. Had a great crust on it. The cook is good. It's still nice and juicy. Had a wonderful crust. The buns are just so soft, from being, it's kind of basically steamed. They were toasted and steamed at the same time with that beef talon consomme on the flat top. All that steam from the broth is rising up through the bread, made these ridiculously soft and very warm, very, very warm. Adding that nice, that consomme flavor on the bun with that richness of the beef tallow. I would not change a thing on that. The Oaxaca cheese, it's such a wonderful cheese. It melts so good. It doesn't overpower the burger with its flavor, but it adds a nice flavor in that nice, creamy, warm texture. The minced cilantro and the onion, the finely chopped cilantro and onion. I love cilantro. I know, again, it's one of those things, either you hate it or you love it. I love it. I love them on tacos, this same blend. And it just adds that kind of authentic flavor, that Mexican flavor. But, the nice little pieces of onion also add texture. It's good. Does not need anything else. I was contemplating making some type of maybe a chipotle mayo. That would have ruined it. The hot sauce, use the hot sauce of your choice. I used, it's more on the spicy side. But I think any salsa drizzled on top of the cheese or, ladled out over the cheese before the melt, it just adds an extra effect. Oh. This is it's going to make my list of favorite burgers. This is really amazing. Wow. I'm not blowing smoke, guys. For me, I'm enjoying this more than, because I love tortas too. This is, I like this. I love tacos, but I like this better than the birria taco. Putting that little bit of the really finely chopped chuck, and the chuck, you know, that the chuck was cooking in that broth for 8 hours, so it is just so tender. And yeah, it just adds a little bit more of that flavor. You know, the meat was marinating that wonderful flavor for 8 hours, and it's imparting it as you're eating this. This is a perfect burger. I'm really serious when I say that. And I don't think my friends in Mexico would disagree. I think I'm honoring Mexican food as well. Hamburguesa. I'm so happy with this. Anyway, folks, thank you for stopping by. Again, please keep those suggestions coming in because they keep me inspired. They give me ideas. And I do read all the requests and I do get to them eventually. Sometimes it takes a while. So again, I've said it before, please be patient if you make a request. Especially, I love doing regional burgers. If you guys have a regional burger you'd like me to do, please let me know. Let me know what you think of this burger in the comments, whether you like it or not. If there's any things you would have done different, let me know in the comment section. It helps me develop. So I really appreciate those comments. Please consider thumbing it up and subscribing if you like the video. See you in the next one. Cheers.